Today, we're beginning an RV newbie series to know those essential, basic things to get you RVing. And today, we're gonna look at the electrical system of your RV. How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to All About RVs. Today, we're covering the RV electrical system to get you going and get you started. Just the basic stuff that you need to know. So if you'd like more videos about RVing, please hit that subscribe button. First off, your RV is gonna have two different sides of the equation for power here on the simplified version of this. You're going to have the AC side where you can plug into shore power, and then you're gonna have the DC side, which is your 12 volt, that's gonna turn on the lights and different things like that. So let me show you the DC side of your power system for your rig. This little device here is our battery monitor. I've done a whole video on battery monitors, but in a nutshell, what this thing does is it tells you how much power and how much energy you have in your batteries, whether you're charging them or drawing from them. That's what this little guy is for. So let's talk about what is drawing off of your batteries. When we want to come in and we want to be able to turn on the lights, just flip on a switch and have the lights come on, that's actually working off of the batteries, off of the 12 volt side. The other things that operate off of the 12 volt side, the batteries, is the slides. You're not dependent on shore power for those slides to go in and out. Also, the fan for your heater. You're going to be using propane to create the heat, but then the fan is going to blow that warm air throughout your RV on the 12 volt side. So this is the electrical pedestal on the driver's side of the RV. Usually that's where they're going to be at, on the driver's side. You're going to be able to connect in your power, your water, and all that, but this is probably one of the nicest electrical pedestals I've seen in an RV park. Usually they're just a rundown gray box or a gray box with either the 30, 50, 20 plug-in, and usually a breaker to go along with that. There should be a breaker there to be able to plug in. So you can see in here we have the 30, 50, and the 20, and the breakers to correspond with that. Ours is a 30 amp unit, so that's what we plug in with, is our 30 amp cord. Now I usually like to plug in, this is a, let me get it the right way. This is a surge protector for the RV. Now this is gonna also tell us, gives us indicator lights on if something's wrong with the wirings. I like to test it before I plug in the RV. It's just a safer way to go. They make higher end units like this that you could either plug in out here or mount in your RV. That's a little more advanced, but it can deal with low voltage or varying voltage types, and can help protect your RV that way too if you wanted to research and look into that. So we're going to plug in this surge protector, and then we're going to plug in our power cord for our RV into that. And then we can flip on the breaker, and that gives shore power to all of our equipment inside the RV. So if you need to run a hair dryer, or you have just a normal TV in there, microwave, toaster oven, induction plate, something like that, that's going to take more than the 12 volt. We're talking about the 120 volt like you typically see in a house. That's what this runs out here. So now let's look and see what you would do if you had an issue with one of these systems and it wasn't one of these breakers out here and you're already plugged in. Where do you go to solve the issue of having like a popped breaker or a blown fuse? Let's go look at that now. Oh, but I almost forgot one more thing, is it's handy to keep these adapters. This one goes from a 20 amp to a 30 amp, or this one goes to a 50 amp to a 30 amp. Make sure you have adapters to be able to plug into the other power sources, because not every single one is gonna have all three. So sometimes you're gonna go to a place that only has 50 and you might have 30, or they might have 30 and you might need 50. Make sure you have the proper power adapters that you need to be able to plug in at just about anywhere. So when you have that trouble or you have an issue, this is where you're gonna come. We're gonna have the AC side of the breakers and the fuses on the DC side if we have something popped or we need to flip a breaker or something like that. These are always conveniently located where you have to crawl on your belly or do some kind of gymnastics move to get to it. Actually, this one's not too bad. It's right in the entryway. and you just pop this cover down, and we can check each of these fuses if we need to, and if we did something that caused it to pop, we can just replace it. Or if, let's say, we were running like 2 air conditioners, the microwave, a space heater, and a hair dryer all at the same time. I don't know why you would do all that, but let's say you did, and you popped some of these breakers. This is where you would come to get power back to those outlets or back to those devices that you needed to. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Understanding the basic and these essential things about your RV, the AC and the DC side of the electrical system, is just gonna make your RV trip or your RV experience that much more enjoyable. So that's gonna do it for today. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment if you would like. And if we don't see you on the road, we will hopefully see you in the next video.